nicely. First at 4, summer is officially less than 3 weeks away, but many of you have probably already turned on the air conditioning as temperatures have soared close to record levels on a few days this spring. WYMT's Dakota Makris tells us how we can keep money in our wallets when it comes to paying our electric bills.
For many, nothing beats a nice cool breeze during the spring and summer, especially while relaxing at home.
Well, most people, as soon as it gets warm, most people have had their air conditioning on since April of this year.
If you keep your air cranked, it could potentially lead to a big spike in your electric bill. But there are a few ways to beat the heat while still saving money. Officials in the energy sector say simply adjusting the temperature in your home can be a major money saver.
You know, set your thermostat. They recommend 78 degrees in the summer. Most people don't like it that warm, but you know, if you can stand 76 degrees, that will really save on your energy bill.
Not only setting your thermostat, Carol Wright with Jackson Energy Cooperative says if you do not change your furnace air filters often, it could cost you some serious dough.
Those filters should be cleaned monthly. A lot of people don't do that, maybe just once a year, and that really makes your unit work harder.
She says always make sure to turn off your lights when you are not in a room. Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
It's also recommended that your water heater is not set to more than 120 degrees. Governor Andy Beshear has stopped an increase in Kentucky's gas tax, at least for now. The Beshear administration filed an emergency regulation today to freeze the tax and to prevent a 2-cent increase per gallon. That increase would have taken effect July 1st. The state gas tax is set by statute, both in its rate and how it is calculated. The current rate of 26 cents was set to increase under a trigger, resulting in a price hike on both regular and diesel fuel. We'll have much more on this, including why Republicans have some issues with it, tonight at 6. The governor is also taking steps to deter porch piracy in the Commonwealth. He joined other lawmakers in Louisville yesterday to sign Senate Bill 23, which makes stealing packages from private carriers like Amazon, FedEx, and UPS off someone's doorstep a felony. They previously weren't given the same protection as U.S. mail. The governor hopes this change will make some people think twice before grabbing a box that does not belong to them.
The Porch Pirate Bill closes a loophole in Kentucky's out-of-date mail theft law. Previously, mail theft only applied to mail and packages delivered by the U.S. Postal Service. But Senate Bill 23 expands the definition of mail theft to include stealing packages from other delivery services, such as Louisville's own UPS.
Package theft was previously considered just a misdemeanor and was often never prosecuted. Offenders caught snagging someone else's delivery will now face up to 5 years in prison.
Well, our cold front pushing through the mountains right now, giving some of us the potential for a few showers and thunderstorms. Others, well, we're starting to dry on out as we work through the remainder of our Thursday afternoon. Outside at the moment, you're seeing some of those clouds trying to build up into some showers and storms out toward the Mount Vernon area along Interstate 75, taking you down to downtown Whitesburg. We've got a beautiful sunny skies there right now. It's warm and muggy outside. Temperatures at 81. How about a dew point of 66? So it's mild and muggy, but notice those winds out of the northwest. It's bringing in cooler, drier air, and we're much cooler than the past several days. We're at 73 here in Hazard, but everybody else around us mostly in the low 80s and even some upper 70s at this hour. Looking at pinpoint Doppler, we've got showers and storms scattered about. Some of those have gone severe briefly across portions of southwest Virginia, but as we look right now, a few of these are providing some showery activity right on top of downtown Pikeville here before too long. A few more showers up 80 as you head between Hindman and Martin this afternoon, and we're going to continue to see that potential as we head through the remainder of tonight, waiting for that cold front pushing through the bluegrass to finally work on through. That'll put an end to the shower chances and really bring things back to a much nicer feel as we head into the day tomorrow. So keep that WYMT weather app handy. Showers and storms still possible this evening. Those will diminish overnight. We wake up in the 50s on our Friday morning. I'll have the very latest on when those storms finally move out coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. The nation is rocked by another mass shooting, this time at a medical building in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Police say a gunman identified as Michael Lewis killed 4 people, including Dr. Preston Phillips, who performed back surgery on the suspect last month. Dominica Smith is a patient service representative for the hospital and says she was leaving her office when security told her to lock down and take cover.
Just fear with all this shooting going on. I've seen it on TV this last couple of weeks, and it's startling to just have to go through that.
This is the second mass shooting in Oklahoma this week after a gunman injured 7 people and killed 1 more in the city of Taft on Sunday. Meanwhile, in Texas, the Girl Scouts are honoring one of the victims of the Uvalde school massacre. 10-year-old Amory Jo Garza died in the shooting after trying to use her phone to call authorities for help. Tuesday, the Girl Scouts posthumously awarded Garza with a Bronze Cross, which is given for saving or attempting to save the lives of others in the risk of losing their own. It's one of the highest honors in the organization. The Girl Scout says it will always carry Garza's story to make sure her brave actions will endure for generations. House lawmakers are expected to take up legislation to ban military-style assault weapons. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she will put forward the bill as soon as next week. Lawmakers are putting together several pieces of legislation aimed at firearms, including the Protecting Our Kids Act package in the House Judiciary Committee. Discussions in the Senate have centered on less restrictive gun measures, including strengthening background checks and mental health initiatives. And we do understand President Joe Biden will address the nation on the latest mass shootings tonight at 7:30. CBS News plans to carry that as a special report, and of course you can see that here on WYMT. Oil prices jumped Thursday after OPEC's decision to pump more crude. Prices climbed 1.9% to $117 a barrel in response to Thursday's meeting between OPEC and non-OPEC oil producers led by Russia. The oil cartel has been exploring the idea of suspending a supply agreement with Russia. The move lets countries such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to step in and increase supply. However, some analysts say the decision to increase oil supply did not move the market as much as predicted, which indicates it won't be enough to solve the supply crunch. More than 500,000 students who attended a for-profit college system will have their debt erased. The move is part of a broader effort by the Biden administration to relieve more Americans of crushing student loans. CBS's Dina Demetrius has the story from Los Angeles.
This building once housed Everest College in West Los Angeles, a remnant of one of the nation's most notorious cases of alleged fraud in higher education. The campus was part of the chain of Corinthian for-profit colleges that collapsed in 2015, leaving students under mountains of debt.
I spent a lot of money to come here, and now the money basically I feel has been thrown in the trash.
I feel like they walked into my house and they went into my wallet and they took $5 grand from me.
At that time, Vice President Kamala Harris was California's Attorney General and had sued the company for misleading practices. Thursday, she announced 560,000 former students will have their federal loans canceled.
It means that if you attended Corinthian at any point in its existence, you will receive this relief automatically. You do not need to apply for it.
The government's action erases nearly $6 billion in debt for students who took on more and more loans in the hopes of graduating into high-paying jobs. Vice President Harris says instead, many got nothing but heartache.
Our investigation revealed that some of the degrees from Corinthian were so worthless that they didn't help a single student get a job.
The move comes as the Biden administration considers broader action to relieve Americans of more than $1.7 trillion in student loans.
The bottom line is we're fixing a broken system.
Administration officials say they're looking carefully at the issue, but no decision has been made yet on how to proceed. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Despite higher costs and a potential recession, businesses across the U.S. keep hiring employees. The closely watched monthly employment report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics is due to be released Friday morning. Economists expect the report to say some 350,000 jobs were added last month, with an unemployment rate of 3.5%. That would be a new pandemic-era low. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Thursday. The Dow closes up today, more than 434 points. We'll have more financial news in our next half hour. But straight ahead here on First at 4, 4 days of festivities are underway in Britain as the nation celebrates Queen Elizabeth's 70 years on the throne.
And we'll continue to watch the potential for showers and storms pushing through the mountains a little bit later on. Details coming up.